"444" is Jay-Z's 13th studio album. Today we break it down to find its message. 444 is all about where Jay-Z stands in the world today, as he talks about how he got there and responds to his wife Beyonce's album Lemonade. He talks about race, fatherhood, his marriage, and his net worth, which is currently at $810 million. The first track, Kill Jay-Z, and the 9th track, Marcy Me, are about his life growing up in the Marcy Houses project of Brooklyn. His father left when he was around 12, and he had to sell drugs to survive. He goes on to discuss all the people today that hate him because of the mistakes that he made in the past, like selling drugs and shooting his brother over a stolen ring. Track 4 is Caught Their Eyes, and it moves from Jay-Z's past to his present. While he's not proud of it, it gave him the instinct and mindset that let him avoid signing bad record deals to become the near billionaire that he is today. He touches again on this and connects it to race in track 2, the story of OJ. This of course refers to former NFL player OJ Simpson, who was famously acquitted of murder in 1995. In reference to slave times, he says that there are two types of black people, house and field. House slaves were treated better than field slaves, and so they liked their masters more, while those in the field hated them. Jay-Z says that in the modern day, that translates to people who like and uphold the system, the one that built the projects and set up welfare, versus the people that see it for the prison that it really is and want to escape. As for the people that do want to escape, he says that the only way is through financial freedom. He says that the way he got that was through credit and investments in art and other assets that went up in value and gave him more money. Track 7, Bam, looks at the effect that his money and fame has had on him. It stands in contrast to Kill Jay-Z. Kill Jay-Z touches on how money and fame can cause someone to become too cocky, and so he has to control his ego as a result. Bam talks about how money and fame also has a positive side and lets him feel constantly elevated. This also flips the script on how this topic is usually discussed. When people are first becoming famous, they feel excited and amazed. They only see the negatives later. Jay-Z, however, talks about the negatives first, then the positives on this album. After all the talk about money, the album quickly turns in tracks 6 and 8, where it talks about family, but not family in a traditional sense. No, Jay-Z's family is discussed in track 10, Legacy, where he says that he wants them to enjoy the fruits of his labor. In this case, Jay-Z thinks of hip-hop as a family. In track 6, Family Feud, he says that the new and old generation of rap are constantly battling it out. The new guys think the old rappers are outdated, and the old rappers say that the new artists ruined rap's traditional sound and culture. Jay-Z says that no one wins from the fighting, and that both generations are essentially pretty similar. In track 8, Moonlight, yes, that Moonlight, he kind of goes against what he just said and mocks new rappers. He says that they only talk about guns, fights, and stealing people's girls, none of which they actually do. The title is about how the movie La La Land was called for Best Picture, but it turned out to be a mistake and Moonlight actually won. Moonlight was a great movie, but in the news was overshadowed by the mishap. This is to say that even when black people win in America, it is overshadowed by continued hardships. And finally, the song 444, which is not track 4 but track 5, is all about Jay-Z's marriage to Beyonce, and is sort of an apology. The first 4 is about Beyonce because she was born on September 4th. This could also be a reference to Jay-Z himself, as he was born on December 4th, 1969. The 44 is 4/4 for April 4th, which was their wedding day. This could also be a reference to Barack Obama and his progress on race relations in America because he was the 44th president. This is an issue that is discussed on many other tracks in the album, such as Moonlight and the story of OJ. He apologizes for famously cheating on her and is sad because he knows that his kids will eventually find out. As his twins were recently born, he knows that as his children grow older, he can't protect them from the truth forever, and they will eventually find out what he did. He remembers that no one is more important than his family, and that no one could ever replace them. So, what did you think of this video? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Tell me down in the comments. Also, if you have any ideas for a new video, also put it down there. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, link in the description. See ya!